Okay, welcome everybody. So we are a week later than our usual meeting here on April 24th. The theme is recycling and climate change. My name is Ann Nye, and I'm the second vice president of the Palos Verdes Democrats. So normally I would have gone through a little bit of Earth Day, but a lot of you already know Earth Day is April 22nd. And probably know a little bit of the history of it. So what I wanted to do, just in keeping with the theme, is talk a little bit about the truth about climate change and why we've focused a number of our meetings this year on climate change, and also last year as well, because it's such an important topic to get the truth out on. And so recently, PBS just put out a documentary drama called The Trick. I don't know if any of you saw it. It was broadcast in England, I think last year. But I don't know if you remember, but back in 2009, they had what they called ClimateGate. And that's when the climate scientists had put out their data about the temperature of the Earth climbing, and they called it the hockey stick graph. And it was put out by a Professor Phil Jones. And right before, 3 weeks before the Copenhagen UN conference, their computers got hacked and their emails got published. And it made it look like, because of the words that they use in their emails that they talk to each other about, it made it look like that their data was suspect. And just by putting that unknown about climate temperature in their data, it influenced how all these countries of the UN got together and what they did about climate change. And it actually, in the end, they were all, everybody realized that their data was accurate, and it was just how it was being presented. But it impacted our fight against climate change for a decade. And we see that in so much of this misinformation that's coming out. And we talked about it a little bit before this meeting even started, about how misinformation changes the way people act. And so that's why it's so important for us to put out the truth about climate change for our futures, for the future of our children. So I just wanted to start out with that. I will be putting in the newsletter a link to the PBS documentary. I suggest everybody watch it. It's just so alarming how the same people who fought against, trying to prove that tobacco causes cancer or that acid rain is bad for us are the same people who are saying that climate change is not going to impact us. So in going onto what we're going to do today, we have a little bit of club business and announcements. We have our featured speakers, Edward Humes and California State Senator Ben Allen. And then visiting from the White House, we have Palos Verdes High School alumna Tess DeBlanc Knowles. So we can go to the next chart. Casey? Okay, and so we have Carl Schwartz, who was the head of our nominating committee for the PB Dems Board of Directors, and she will talk to this slide.
Okay, well, we have a proposed board of directors. And I just want to say we will be voting in the May meeting, and we will accept additional nominations. They can be submitted to the nominating committee, which is myself, Connie, and Moran. And it needs to be by petition of 5 members. And it has to be done at least 7 days before our May meeting. You will need to be a PV Democrats member since February of 2022 to vote as a board member at the May meeting. And you can attend the meeting and vote either on Zoom or in person, because we are going back to the library next month. Now, the current slate is Connie Sullivan as president, and the first vice president is Carrie Hart, Second VP is Ann Nye. Recording Secretary, Casey Crow. Corresponding Secretary, Ann Stahl. Al Chabon is the treasurer, and Carol Muller is the parliamentarian. Membership, Anita Vaccaro, and the newsletter editor, Nancy Silver. Reggie Jew is the webmaster. Publicity, Allison Phillips. Hospitality, Kathy Bradford. Activism, myself, Carol Schwartz. And the LA California Democratic Party liaison is John Minos. And I want to thank everybody for stepping up and wanting to be involved in a leadership position. So, and as I said, if anybody is interested in a position, they can get nominated if 5 other people support them. The end.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just want to note that Carrie Hart is new, Casey Crow is new, Anita Vaccaro is new, Nancy Silver is new, Allison Phillips is new, Carl Schwartz is new. So, so it's, we have incumbents, but we also have a lot of new members joining us here.
Thank you, Anne.
Okay, so let's go to the next chart. So a longtime PV Dems member, Sheila Papayans, and I'm probably saying her name wrong, she sent me this saying that she couldn't be here at today's meeting because today is Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day. And when I looked it up, I realized that the LA County Board of Supervisors proclaimed today as Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day also in recognition of one of the darkest chapters in human history. So Sheila then sent me her reflection on this, and you can read it here. I don't have to read it out loud, but she's marching today. And so that's why she couldn't be here, and she wanted you to know why it's being remembered. This is 107 years. I love their symbol with the flower. Okay, we'll go to the next chart. So also before we started the meeting, one of our members was bringing up that he got his pamphlet. And he said, what am I going to do with it? So hopefully some of you are getting also mail from the LACDP, because they have a digital voter guide with their endorsements. So I put just a little picture here, but you can go to their website at lacdp.org/candidates, and you can see the endorsements from them. Also, you can go to the votersedge.org website to put in your zip code and see your ballot. And that official guide, most of you should have gotten it in the mail. Your ballot, everybody's supposed to receive a ballot by after May 9th. They get mailed on May 9th. So I'm not sure you'll get it on May 9th, but the drop box is open on May 10th. One thing that struck me by getting the official voter information guide is it's a long ballot. I mean, there's a lot of people running, and it's going to be, this is a primary, and for Torrance, this is their vote, but it's going to be even perhaps even we'll be talking about, but even a longer ballot in November with all the propositions and other candidates running. Okay, so I'm assuming there's no questions. We'll go to the next chart. Okay, so I want to preview the next upcoming meetings. May 15th will be our first in-person meeting back at the Peninsula Center Library Community Room. The theme of that meeting is accelerating conservation and decelerating the Republicans. So we are fortunate to have Dr. Jennifer Norris, who's been in the news quite a bit. She's Deputy Secretary for the Biodiversity and Habitat at the California National Resources Agency. She is our featured speaker, and she's a self-proclaimed Map Nerd, and she's going to talk about their mapping tool to support the 30 by 30 goal strategy and their strategy report that was recently released on their plan to protect 30% of California lands and coastal waters by 2030. So there's been a number of things out on the news, so we're very fortunate to have her. As well, we're going to have author Kevin O'Leary. He's going to speak on his new book, Why is America Facing a Slow Motion Coup and Shocking Disloyalty by the Republican Party. Then on June 12th, so this is an earlier meeting because of Father's Day, so it's a week early, we'll have the California primary results, and there will probably be other speakers, but right now we're going to have 2 speakers on the primary results. Tony Hale from Beach Cities Democrats president, and Sergio Garillo, he's the LACDP vice chair. Go to the next chart. And then our PV Dems meeting is July 17th. So this is save the date. It's our annual picnic and board installation. It will still be at St. Luke's Presbyterian Church, 5 to 7 p.m. Food and entertainment, a lot of speakers. And we do have confirmed Congressman Chen will be speaking and will be giving his oath of office for our new board members. So before we start the meeting, we have one more announcement from Connie. She's doing a hosting for Paul Steele, who's running for RPV City Council. Did you want to do that? You're muted.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I've got some really exciting news. I just learned a couple nights ago. I didn't learn this. Paul Steele is running for Rancho Palos Verdes City Council. That election is November. He's a member of our club. He's one of our Assembly District 66 members at LA County Democratic Party Central Committee. He is a West Point graduate, a former deputy district attorney. He now works in the Attorney General's office. And at one time, he was offered a job by Adam Schiff, and he's kept in touch with Adam Schiff. So Adam Schiff was invited to be our guest speaker at this fundraiser, and he has agreed to appear. So that's June 11th. It'll be at my house in Palos Verdes Estates. It'll be from noon to 12. Please mark your calendars, because if you've ever wanted to buttonhole Adam Schiff and ask him a burning question, or just make a comment like, thank you for doing such an awesome job on the first impeachment, or anything like that, this will be your opportunity to do that. So I wanted to let everybody know as soon as possible. Okay.
Also, if you have his books, the best-selling there, he won the award of the LA Times book club, I think. And then, so if you want him to sign it, you could go there. So count me in, Connie, for sure, because I want my books to be signed.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
I thought is he not virtual to your? Is he?
No, this is
coming.
This is not a virtual event. He will.
No, I know, but I thought
will not be virtual. He will be there.
Oh my goodness.
Virtual would not be exciting.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
He will be. Yeah.
Basically, we have some activism going on, and Chen is running for Congress against Michelle Steele. It's very, very critical that we maintain our control of Congress. And Chen is a really phenomenal candidate. District 45 has been redistricted. So now it includes areas of Cerritos, and which is also why Katie Porter's district has changed. So the new redistricted 45, as I said, Chen will be running against Michelle Steele, who literally voted 99.9% of the time with Donald Trump. And we really need to get her out of office. The bills that she has voted against, everything from the reauthorization against violence against women, she voted against reducing the cost of insulin. I mean, just everything. And so we are running phone banks in conjunction with Indivisible and Swing Left and the Democratic Party in California. Every Tuesday, 2:30 to 4:30. We'd love to have you join us. And the registration is there. And we are doing it at a house in PV Estates that if you're not comfortable being indoors, has a lot of outdoor area that has Wi-Fi. So, and you can also join us on Zoom. And this will be going on until the election in November.
I want to just say one thing. I heard Ted Lieu the other night, and he says we have a very good chance of holding on, contrary to what the news is on the TV and everything. Democrats have a good chance of holding on to the Congress, and that every seat that we flip, like this one makes it 2 the Republicans have to pick up on. So that impressed me when he said that.
Well, and you know what? Chen is a very similar candidate to Ted Lieu in terms of his background. He's a Taiwanese immigrant. He got a scholar. I mean, he's really an interesting guy. He spent 11 years in Navy intelligence, and now he's a lieutenant colonel with the reserves. He's a really good candidate. So if we get the word out, we should be able to flip that seat.
Senator Allen said he went to school with him.
Yeah, I like Jay. I like Jay a lot. My son's running around, but I like Jay very much. He's a really good guy, very smart. He's been in public service in his area for quite some time, and both on the school board and then the college board. So hopefully, maybe we can even come out and meet the club at some point.
He's coming to the picnic.
Yes, we have.
Great.
We hope you can come too, Ben.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out scheduling, but
yeah, but I haven't sent out an official invite yet, but just keep it in mind. Okay, so thank you, Carol. And then we're going to just go on to one more event, and Connie's going to talk about it.
Yeah, but first I'm going to say something about the Chen race. I also heard Ted Lieu yesterday, and one thing that I thought was really good is that Michelle Steele currently only represents 17% of what is the new district that she's running in against Chen. So that's going to be really hard for Michelle Steele to hold on. And the other thing is, I believe Michelle Steele voted not to certify Joe Biden's election.
That is correct.
Yeah, that to me is disqualifying right there. I don't think you need to say anything else. But anyway, the next slide I can talk about.
So yeah, Rasha did have a question for Carol or Connie. Is Michelle Steele residing in her district?
You know, she's not. She resides in Palos Verdes, right? We all know.
I know that. Well, I heard that, but can she do that?
No, she has an apartment in the district. As in Congress, you don't have to live in your district, okay? But she was a county supervisor before that, and I think you are supposed to. And my understanding is from Harley Ruda, who I spoke to at the last picnic about this, because my son went to school with Tess, but he also went to school with Michelle Steele's daughter at Penn High, graduated with her. And so I said that to Harley, and he said, oh yeah, she still lives up here. She just has an apartment down in Orange County. So anyway, the JFK Awards are coming up May 14th. They're going to be, this is one of the 2 major fundraising events that the LA County Democratic Party holds each year. And like the name implies, we award several people each year, different awards. I actually don't know what they all are, but you can see them listed there. The Camcoata Partnership Award is going to the Federation of Labor person. And I know Janice Hahn is one of the people getting a Profiling Courage Award. And this is a major event. It's going to be at Union Station, May 14th. Which I find exciting. Actually, LA County Democratic Party has been holding in-person events since November. We had an in-person Roosevelt Awards dinner in November in a hotel ballroom. And as far as I know, nobody got COVID. We did all have to prove proof of vaccination or a negative test within so many hours of the event. I imagine that's how they're going to be running this one as well. But they've worked. Nobody's gotten sick. So if you're interested in attending, it should be a fun event, and there's information there on how you can do it.
Hey, thank you. I didn't look it up. How much are the tickets? I
don't
didn't put
know.
that-
I
yeah.
think I'm going to say, I don't know. I don't want to guess. Seems
Okay.
like they're 175, I think, something like that.
All right, I didn't put it in. All right, we can unshare. We can go to gallery. We went over, sorry, folks, but thank you all for staying on past our 4:30 time frame. It was a terrific, lots of things to talk about, and there's even more, but we'll have to add it on to our next meeting. But I do want to congratulate Casey for being able to spotlight people and share the slides in lieu of Reggie not being here, and Carol for being our host, webmaster here. So
When is the
Zoom.
picnic? When is the picnic?
July 17th.
Yeah.
Sunday.
And can I quickly just say something? I know we're running behind. Can I
yeah.
say something real quick? Okay. This Saturday, I am hosting a very small group for branch for Congresswoman Susie Lee from Nevada District 3. And it's going to be 10 a.m. this coming Saturday in Redondo Beach. So I'm putting the link for you guys. If you're interested, you have to let me know. Okay. It's going to be fun. It's outdoor and it's a beautiful venue. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
And do you see Melissa Hammond?
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to get to her. Go ahead, Melissa.
I just want to say hi to everybody. It's always great to be here. And I was just at an event actually for Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara up in Alhambra. So he's running, and I was trying to support him. But anyway, it's great to be here again.
Tell us about your run as well.
Okay.
You're a candidate.
Yeah, I'm a candidate. I'm running for Los Angeles Superior Court Judge, office number 118. And I'm really hoping to get the support of this group. It's been really difficult because everybody in my race are all Democrats. So it's been very hard to get endorsements from Democratic parties. However, I just found out that I was endorsed by a Torrance Democratic Club, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm very happy about that. But yeah, so I just really would love to have your support. I've been going to these meetings. I'm a member of this club. I'm a deputy DA in Torrance, and I've also been a public defender and in civil litigation. So I have a very well-rounded, relevant experience to the role of Superior Court Judge. And I would love to have the support of this club to speak out on my behalf. I'd be really honored. So thank you so much for having me here again and for with me.
Oh,
and
for sure. Oh yeah, we always will give you a voice. I mean, Connie, I guess they're not doing an endorsement because they're all.
No, I think they endorsed somebody else, right, Melissa? Did they endorsed another woman?
The LACDP endorsed a retired DA. Yeah.
Right. Right.
No, I'm not too happy about that.
I spoke up for you, right? You were there.
Speak up. She doesn't even practice law anymore. She's retired and she doesn't have any public defender experience, but it is what it is. And I did the best I could. And so hopefully I'll get some more endorsements along the way, and hopefully I'll have the support of this group. And I'm really excited. And I think that I will make a great judge. So I'm hopeful that I have all of your support and that you will spread the word. So thank you.
Melissa, when does the LA Times endorsements come out for judges? Do you know?
So I have my interview on Friday for the LA Times. I think it's going. I think a lot of people have had their interviews already, but mine is one of the last days.
Okay.
And then our bar qualifications are coming out soon as well.
Oh, very good.
And
How does the club decide whether to endorse?
We don't.
We don't endorse.
Anne, do you see that Jeff Prang is on?
No. Oh yeah, he is, but he didn't raise his hand, so I didn't see him. Did you want to say
I hear-
anything, Jeff?
It's the end of a very long meeting, and I've always learned that it's probably best just to say hello. It's good to be with you all, and to say the speech for when you have a little bit more time and energy. But I just wanted to pop in to say hello to everybody. It's nice to see you all.
Oh, you
Looking forward
can
to the picnic.
tell us what you're doing. So, oh my goodness. Somebody's
Well, I am like so many others running for re-election in June and hoping to earn your votes. It's a tough campaign running for assessor. It's a lot like running for judge. People don't know really what the job is, and there's a huge drop off at the end of the ballot. But I've been working really hard with Democratic clubs across the county because I know that every Democratic club member probably has at least 10 people who ask him, "Who do I vote for judge?" or "Who do I vote for assessor?"
assessor. Yeah.
And it's people don't know much about the job, but I can tell you it's one of the most important jobs in local government, because no other local government agency gets to do their job until I've done mine. And if I don't do my job well, they all suffer by not having the resources that they need to provide for hospitals and parks and libraries and everything else that we rely on for local government.
Uh-huh. And I didn't look, or were you endorsed by the LACDP or?
I have been endorsed by LACDP, by COPE, by a couple dozen local Democratic clubs.
Well, that's very good. So usually, at least, that's what the PV Dems, they usually follow in terms of what they put out as endorsements by the LACDP. But by having Melissa on and having our members, we also let them know who is our member as well.
I appreciate your giving me a minute or two to say hello. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, well, thanks for staying in for a long meeting.
Sure
Okay.
thing.
All right. Any other last minute comments before we go? All right. Thanks for everybody staying on, and we'll see you at the May meeting in person. It will be in person and also on Zoom. It'll be our first hybrid meeting. And hopefully, and we also will be voting for our board of directors. So